Going live just now. Okay. That might be Grace's friend.
Hi everyone, welcome. Sadhana, you were unable to unmute, but we'll try and help you with that in a minute. If anyone wanted to ask any questions, or let me see if I can unmute you, Sadhana.
And welcome to Ashwini as well.
And Lynn.
Lynn.
Nice to see you there.
Yeah.
I think you might be able to unmute now, Sadhana, potentially. Oh, hi, Lynn. Hi. I'm not able to unmute you either. Sorry about that. what we wanted to do today was go through the self-realization process that we did when we first came across Sahaja Yoga, because sometimes it's good to kind of formulate in your mind how and what it is, self-realization, so that if you've got a friend or you've got family and you want to introduce them to Sahaja Yoga, it's good to kind of formulate in your mind how you would explain it. So you may hear us explaining and giving the self-realization, and then just in your mind how you would explain it and what makes sense to you. So that's the purpose of the first part of our meditation today. And as always, it is really nice to meditate together, whether we've been once or we've been 61 times. Just the additional vibrations of each of our Kundalinis in Sahasrara makes a very nice meditation experience. So we've got the two things happening, where we meditate together, and then of course at home when we have our own meditation space and see where we're at and try to grow our meditation ourselves as well. So, but it's always a good boost to do it together, whether that's in person is even better. But this is a good opportunity online to meditate together in the real time. So that's the goal of the first part. We've got a talk of Srimataji. It's only quite short, but just talking about the qualities of Kundalini, and Kundalini rises against the gravitational force, and that the point she makes is the gravitational force of materialism pushing us into the earth. So like the sap in a tree, the Kundalini also rises against gravity. So that was just a small point, but just to sort of put Kundalini in our attention, and that whole point is to identify with our Kundalini and our spirit, which is that eternal spiritual nature. And of course, the great point about meditation as well being that it's not a mental process and it's not a mental exercise, that it is actually a stage of our individual evolution, so that we are actually transforming ourselves. There was also, Ashwini, you had a question our last meeting on Thursday, and you were asking about Ekadesha Rudra. So that's quite a deep subject to go into, but at the moment we don't have any absolute new people with us. So if we get time, we will go into what is Ekadesha Rudra. They're kind of, there is a little talk of Srimataji's that we could play if we get time. I'm just giving you the possibilities. Otherwise, we'll do it the next session if time gets away from us today. But the Ekadesha Rudra is the transformational destruction of negativity. So it sounds quite harsh when you hear some of the talks of Srimataji talking about Ekadesha Rudra, but you see it manifesting. When someone does get cancer, you'd say that Ekadesha Rudra has started acting. And before realization, before you know what's going on with yourself and can feel things before they get to that stage, but, a negativity that's really taking you to the left or to the right, and you're stuck there with something, then, the destructive qualities of Shiva, and our spirit, really, Shiva represents our spirit, who forgives and forgives and forgives. But if you go even further out of your boundaries, you can come on that destruction side where, things are forgiven and we are loved and forgiven. But after a point, if we go too far, we will destroy ourselves, basically. But that's something for later. So let's just, for now, go through the realization. So self-realization is in actual fact where we are connecting with our spiritual energy, our evolutionary energy, our mothering energy that is, she's trying to evolve us and look after us. And when we connect with her, that's our real self. And she connects us with our spirit, that Shiva quality within us. And together we go beyond our brain into that seventh chakra, the seventh energy center, the Sahasrara. And that's where our meditation happens. And of course, it is a feeling thing. It's not a thinking thing. So and not even a visualization thing. So it's letting that feeling happen. So sometimes you might sit for meditation and it'll be a long time before you get that feeling, or sometimes it'll happen quite quickly and you'll think, whoa, that was a quick meditation, because you've just got to that feeling straight away. But important is, some people ask, how long should we meditate for? Well, it's get to that feeling, because once you touch it, you feel the difference in yourself, and that's what you're aiming to touch it and feel that. So that's how long. How long is a piece of string, they say. And same thing with meditation. How long is a piece of meditation? You've just got to touch it. So what we're doing is taking our attention inside ourselves, and we do that with our hands. And even after we've had our realization, we all are using our hands. And it's to continue that evolutionary process, we have to actually use our hands. We have to see what's the difficulties we've got inside ourselves and work it out with our hands. And even as we go about our life in our communities, we are actually working on the world as well. So we will absorb things, we will keep our vibrations out there as well as take in vibrations, some things that we don't want to have with us. So we want to put them into the ocean, or put them into the fire, put them into the earth. So we are made of those elements, and that's what we use to bring ourselves into a higher state. So our job is to perfect ourselves once we've got that realization. So how we do that with our hands, even from that very first day, is we go inside and we have those chakras, those energy centers that have various qualities that manifest as we come more and more into balance. So we're going to our heart we use our right hand of action. So remembering that our right side is the side of action, our left side is the side of desire and the past. So we're using the right hand always on the left side. So that kind of brings about a balance. And we're asking ourselves, who are we? We're taking our hand underneath our rib cage, just at the top of our stomach there, which is our center of our self-mastery. And we're asking, are we master of ourselves? Hi, Ankita. Ankita's here, everyone, finally. So we're just talking about self-realization, and we're all learning how to give self-realization ourselves to others, our family and friends. So we're at the point of asking, who are we? Are we master of ourselves? Or are we asking or looking for approval outside of ourselves, which is a common thing, and we respect other people and take their opinions. But basically, we are our own guru when we've got our own spiritual energy awakened. So we're just asking that question, and then we go to the hip area, which is the area of our pure desire to become the spirit, the pure knowledge, which is the knowledge of the spirit and the Kundalini. And then we come back up. So we don't go down below the Kundalini to that first chakra. That first chakra is the one of innocence and wisdom that supports our whole energy system. But we ask for that energy, for that knowledge to be given to us, to be awakened. And that's when we connect with our Kundalini, our mother Kundalini. Then we'll come back up, and we can, now that we've awakened our Kundalini, we can affirm that we are our own guru, because we've got it all inside us. And up at the heart, we are, of course, the eternal part of our nature is we are the spirit. At the neck, then, we want to clear this area by not feeling guilty for all of the things, whatever the past, we keep sweeping our mind over it and feeling guilty about things. So we clear that out. We go up to our forehead, which is the center where we need to forgive. So we unlock that center so that we can get to our Sahasrara by forgiving. We can clear it also from the reverse side by just asking for forgiveness if we've done anything against our spirit. And then, of course, to get entry into that chakra, the seventh chakra, we massage the top of our head, the fontanelle area, with the center of our palm, which is also represents our Sahasrara. And we ask, us who've already had our self-realization will then ask for the strengthening of our self-realization. And then, of course, if we do have our new person, we're giving self-realization, we will ask them to ask, please give me my self-realization. So realizing ourself is when we connect our Kundalini with that all-pervading energy, the energy of divine, of the love that the origin of the universe is. And then we can literally feel that above our head. Anyone have any questions about this process? Good time to sort of ask any questions if you need to. I hope you can unmute when you need to. I'm not sure why that's not working. I've probably got something clicked on there, but we can use the chat. If there's any question, do feel free to use the chat. And otherwise, we'll go into that first meditation. So we'll keep our feet, shoes are off, of course. We'd ask everyone to take off their shoes just so as we're more connected to the earth. And our glasses, we take them off as well. That just clears our Vishuddhi center. And so we keep looking towards the photograph. If there's any thoughts coming, if you keep your eyes open looking at the bindi on Sri Mataji's photograph, if you can see that. And otherwise, if you're not getting any thoughts and you feel like you're getting into that state of meditation, then you can close your eyes. But so first thing we would do is actually when we're all doing this for the first time, it's good to close the eyes initially and just open them if you start thinking, because that takes away the distraction of looking around. So then we would, and here comes the chart, Sri Mataji's photograph. So if we feel the thoughts are coming, so we've gone through where we're putting our hands, and we all know that. So let's have the photograph of Sri Mataji there to look at when the thoughts come. But otherwise, we can close our eyes and let's take our right hand onto our heart. So we are asking that fundamental question, who am I? So just to ourselves, let's ask, who am I? Who is this I? Who am I? And then let's take our hand down to the top of our stomach, which is the center of our being our own master. And let's ask that question, am I my own master? Am I my own master? And then let's just go down to the hip area, the Swadhisthana, the area of our pure desire and our pure knowledge. And let's ask, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the true knowledge of myself. And let's come up to the center of our mastery, the top of the stomach, just under your ribs. You're keeping your hand quite firmly there. And now that we have our Kundalini rising up through our central nervous system, we can say with full faith that I am the pure spirit. And coming up to the heart now. Did I say I am the pure spirit when I should have said I am my own guru?
We changed hands at that point. I missed
So
okay.
I am the pure spirit up at the heart. And of course, I am my own master, even though I don't know what I'm saying at times. I am the pure spirit. And now we come up to the center of our collectivity, which is at the neck, the throat center. And we're on the left side, we clear this center, which gets blocked and stops the passage of Kundalini when we feel guilty. So we've got that unfortunate habit of feeling guilty about things. So let's just clear that by just turn our head a little bit to the right so you can hold it firmly. And we simply say, I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty. And then up to our agya, or our brain center, just putting our forehead into the palm of our hand. And here we'll say the affirmation that, Mother, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And from the reverse side, just tipping our head back and resting the back of our head into the palm. Mother Kundalini, if I have made any mistakes against my spirit, please forgive me. And then coming up to the Sahasrara now, pushing our fingers back, taking the center of our palm onto the top fontanelle bone area. Just pushing down with that area, giving it a little massage, going round in a clockwise direction, which is going left, forward, right, back. Just massaging the scalp, moving the scalp approximately 7 times, and really asking from our heart, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart. Please establish my self-realization. And then we can just take our hand up and try to feel that flow of Kundalini coming from the top of your head there. Could be up a little bit higher, or it could be close. And you may feel it as warm, or you may feel it as cool. Should start to feel that though. Try with the other hand. And keeping your attention up there on the top of your head, bring both hands open in your lap. Let's just try to feel that flow on top of our head, that connection to the all-pervading energy of divine love, really. The origin of the universe is something that loves us and wants us to evolve. And as I mentioned before, if you do feel some thoughts coming in, you can just open your eyes and look towards the photograph of Sri Mataji, and then close them again when you get that feeling on top of your head. You should be able to feel it in your heart and on the top of your head. Just try to feel between your heart and the top of your head. I hope you've gotten to that point where you can feel something happening outside of the brain activity, so between the thoughts. So we can slowly open our eyes and just complete this first meditation by using our hands to then lock in that feeling on top of our head by raising our Kundalini with our hands, tying a knot, doing that 3 times, once for each of our channels. Second time with 2 knots, and the third time with 3 knots. And then we'll give ourselves the vibrational protection by putting the bandhan, we call it, which is that bond of vibrations over our whole subtle system, over and back 7 times. So I hope that's given you an idea of how you might take someone else through self-realization. So it does happen that somebody might be asking you what you're doing, why, how come you're so calm now? And you can explain to them and you can take them through the realization. So make your collective wherever you are. For the second part of the meditation, we'll see that short video, and then Gulshan, you might take us through a clearing meditation. So we'll do another meditation. And for you, Ashwini, if we get onto the subject of Ekadesha Rudra, we've got another little excerpt if we've got time. Otherwise, we'll save that for the next time. But of course, if you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to share, hopefully the microphones are coming on later, but feel free to put something in the chat and we'll definitely answer those questions for you.
Okay,
Yes, you're
Ashwini here.
Hi.
Today I was hello. Today I was feeling something like on my that scalp area.
Mhm.
Something is poking, and 2-3 times I got that a little bit of pain. I don't know what was that. It just like poking, and then I got that cool thing. So is that happens? This actually happened for the first time. It is. I don't know how to explain that. Just a little bit of pain. It is going upwards like that, like on my scalp. So I'm not able to figure out, maybe is it because of the meditation or because of the hot weather here. But then I got the cool. Now I have the Sahasrara is cool. I feel that coolness. So
I think that's an encouraging point that you've got to the coolness. If it was still there, then I would be concerned. But the fact that it's something cleared out, so sometimes you just don't know where it's come from, where it's gone. But the good thing is it's gone.
And you can feel the cool.
If you're feeling the cool, or what's the concern there, Ashwini? You think it's something that might come back, or?
The pain I got, I never got that on the I can say the right side of the scalp, like near the Sahasrara point, I can say.
Coming from the left side.
Yeah, because the left side goes over to the right.
Okay.
So it's just a clearing
thing. I mean, sometimes you can analyze, what was I doing today? What was I doing this week? Or
who did you meet?
Who did you meet? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Where did I go?
Okay.
But the good thing is it's cleared out. That's
sometimes the answer as to what it was comes later. You know, that it'll be interesting to sort of monitor that, Ashwini. So we'll also keep thinking about that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But the encouraging thing is that you're feeling cool now.
I'm feeling
whatever
cool.
It is gone. I mean, I guess it's like a bad headache. Nobody likes a headache. Nobody likes a pain unless either. So that it goes is the good thing, I feel.
It's gone.
Yeah. Well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll put on that video, the first one.
Yeah, sure.
Oops, it's at the end point instead of the beginning point.
Just a little tip for Lynn, who's still quite new. Or when we watch Mataji's talk, if you just put your hands out in your lap, that's a really good way to receive the vibrations as well. So you may notice we will sit down with the hands open on our lap to listen to the talk. Thanks, Gunshin.
Now this Kundalini, the force within you, as is said, is pure desire. It's not only pure desire, but it is a purification desire. It has a power to purify. It's tremendous power it is. And this Kundalini thinks, organizes, knows, coordinates, blesses, and ultimately guides. So to go beyond the cause, we must understand that this Kundalini is the pure form. That means it is detached. Anything that gets attached is not pure. Anything that gets spoilt is not pure. What we say gold is pure because it is untarnishable. Untarnishable. That's the quality of gold. So it is immaculate. It cannot be ruined, spoiled by anything except that there could be khanda, as they call it, could be broken in between, and thus weak. So now something that has a purifying quality, like a purifying agent, say take a simple thing like soap. So the soap, wherever you apply, will clean. Kundalini, wherever it will go, it will clean, it will nourish. This is one quality that we must understand, that it is not tarnishable, it cannot be spoiled, it cannot be ruined. Moreover, it cleanses, it nourishes. But because it thinks, it knows how to nourish you, up to what point, how to go, how far to go, or it stops. But thinking is not vocal, it doesn't say anything. But when it goes around these chakras, it makes a sound. And these sounds are made because the movement of Kundalini through these chakras creates a non-percussion sound pass through these, creating sounds, and these sounds are then jotted down or heard by great saints and used in the phonetic language of Sanskrit. That's why Sanskrit is supposed to be the purest language. But you need not know Sanskrit now. There's no need. Because the deities know that you don't know the Sanskrit language. Now, this purifying fire within you, or the purifying force within you, or the power within you, goes and first of all enlightens our attention, which is in this part. As you see the green part, this is the attention. But the movement of attention then starts moving in all directions. Now when your attention is enlightened, what we call, you become collectively conscious. But still, how do you go beyond cause and effect is the point. Now this Kundalini being pure, no cause can be attached to it. No cause whatsoever. So if you can enter into the Kundalini on the principle of it, no cause can get attached to it. That's how you go beyond cause and effect. But how do you enter into the Kundalini? That's the main point. Main problem is, how do we enter into the Kundalini? Supposing you are paying attention to me and I say pay attention to yourself, you cannot. Even if Kundalini rises, your attention is attracted inside, still you cannot pay attention inside. So how do you pay attention inside? Is through this enlightened attention. This attention, which is enlightened, has a power to take your attention inside to the Kundalini. And that's how you enter into the realm which is detached. That's like fortress. Nobody can enter in there. So when you are in thoughtless awareness, when you are not thinking, you are in your fortress, nobody can jump at you, nobody can trouble you, all the causes drop out. That is why it is necessary first to practice, to be in that thoughtless awareness through the practice of Sahaja Yoga to begin with. So that you learn how to enter into that state, how to enter into that state. But first and foremost thing is that your Kundalini must be awakened, then it must be allowed to move properly. You must cooperate, you must know how to do it and raise it so that you keep it at least, if not above, at least in the brain. But best thing is, if it comes out, then you have no tensions, no worries, because everything that you have passes into your attention. Attention touches the Kundalini because you are a realized soul and leaves it in the force of the Kundalini, in the current of Kundalini, and this current takes away everything that is out. And that's how you are cleared. This is a very, very simple way of explaining how you go beyond cause and effect. And this is what happens. But for that, it is necessary that you must learn how to enter into your Kundalini, how to keep your attention enlightened. Now it's very easy. Your attention gets involved into anything through your thoughts. Because when your consciousness entered into you, being the prismatic plane, like a prism, your attention has gone out. Now to keep this attention detached, you have to make it a pure attention. To begin with, you must try to put attention inside, to be a witness. Try to be a witness. But how? How will you know that you are a witness? You have to be in thoughtless awareness. When you are in thoughtless awareness, then what happens? That you are detached. You are seeing everything. There are many people who talk about thoughtless awareness. You'll be surprised. I've heard some gurus, they might have, I don't know, because I went to America a long time back, and they must have recorded it or whatever it is. They talk of it. But there isn't anything way of doing it. Kundalini is the only way you can go into thoughtless awareness, your attention.
It's a lovely talk.
It is a very nice talk.
Yeah. So we'll just move on to the next step, which is a little bit of cleansing. So we'll just try and clear the blockages within us, and then try and have another little meditation. So to begin the process again, we will raise the Kundalini and place ourselves in balance. So this is something one can do at home when you come back from work, for instance, in the evening, and starting to meditate in the morning. So we raise the Kundalini, bring it up to the top of your head, and you tie a knot. Second time, nice and slow, watching what you're doing. 2 knots on top of our head, and 3 knots for the third time. And then placing the bandhan over to the right and back. So we just place our hands in our lap. I will guide us where to place our hands and what to do. That's not us. It's the outside. And Lynn or Surrender, if you're able to place a photo of Shri Mataji for everyone to look at. You don't need to necessarily close your eyes while we're going through the clearing process. You can watch Shri Mataji's photo. So with our hands in our lap, just bring your attention inside. And as Shri Mataji just mentioned in our talk, let's try and use those words to help us and guide us. Left hand stays in your lap, and the right hand, place it on the left hand side where the leg meets the body. So that's the lowermost chakra on your left hand side, where the leg and the body join, so in that crease. That's the area of pure knowledge within us. That's wonderful. Thank you, Lynn. So watching Shri Mataji's photo, left hand in your lap, and with all your heart, please ask your mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please enlighten the pure knowledge and the pure desire within me. Mother Kundalini, please enlighten the pure knowledge within me. Mother Kundalini, please enlighten the pure knowledge and the pure desire within me. Mother Kundalini, you are the pure knowledge, and only you are the pure desire within me. And the reason why we place our right hand on that chakra is because we're trying to use the vibrations from our right hand onto that chakra. And the chakra is just another name for the energy wheel that resides in our system. And each of these chakras have a particular quality, and that's the quality of the chakra on the left-hand side, which is the Swadhisthana chakra, the chakra of creativity. You can bring your right hand back onto your lap, palm open. And now we will place our left hand on the right-hand side, on the stomach, just on the right-hand side of your belly button. This is the area of attention within us. So here we request the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please enlighten my attention. Mother Kundalini, please take away all the excessive thoughts, all the heat that corrodes my attention. Please cool down my attention, Mother Kundalini, and please enlighten my attention. Mother Kundalini, please enlighten my attention. Mother Kundalini, please enlighten my attention. Bring your left hand back onto your lap. We just watch your hands now and see how you feel, whether both the hands are balanced or whether one feels a little heavier than the other. For me, the left hand is feeling a little bit heavy. How does everyone else in the room?
Yeah, I'm feeling more on the left hand, and the right hand's not much feeling in it.
Oh, so your right is clearer?
Lighter.
Lighter, okay.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling left.
Okay. So to clear or to energize the left side, there's a really, really easy thing to do, which is to use your right hand, bring it up to your left hand, raise it on your left side and bring it down to the right. And this helps strengthen the left side, because I wasn't feeling much in my left, but also at the same time, it cools down and calms down my right side. This also helps with our ego and superego too. So a lot of benefit in doing this. Raising the left, bring it down to the right. Raise the left, bring it down to the right. I have lost count, so we will just put our hands in our lap again and see how that feels. Remarkably, it's pretty quick acting. How does it feel then?
That feels more balanced for me. So that
Ankita?
a little bit on right.
Okay. What about on the left? Okay. So Ankita's feeling a little bit heat, tingly sensation on her right. So to clear the right side, we just lift our left hand from the elbow up towards the ether. So as Srimataji mentioned, each chakra is made of a particular element. So for each of those chakras, it's good to use the elements to cleanse them. And to clear the right side, this works really well. Just lift our left hand towards the ether from the elbow up. And here we can ask Mothering Energy, the Kundalini, to please take away all the obstructions from my right side into the air through the left hand.
I'll just put us there so you can see the hands.
Thank you, Lynn.
Otherwise,
Yeah. And bring our left hand back onto our lap. We'll just place our right hand on our left heart. This is the area of the spirit within us. This is also where we feel the quiet, still joy within us. So we'll just say a few times, Mother Kundalini, please enlighten the spirit within me. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen the quality of the spirit within me. Mother Kundalini, please enlighten the spirit within me. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the Spirit. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the Spirit. Now we'll place our right hand on our forehead. This is to get rid of thoughts within us that constantly keep coming and bothering. So here we say a couple of times, Mother Kundalini, please take away all the thoughts. I surrender all my thoughts, all my worries. Mother Kundalini, please silence the constant chatter of the thoughts in my head, and let me please feel thoughtlessness within me. Please let me feel the silence in my meditation. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel the silence in my meditation. And the last one, which is on top of her head, stretch your hand up, place your hand on the top of your head, good amount of pressure, and just rotating in a clockwise direction as Lynn took us through a moment ago, to the left, forward, right, and back. Just rotate a few times. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel your connection in my heart and on top of my head. Now I can close our eyes now, bring your hand down into your lap, and with our right hand, bring it forward in front, in the middle of your body, and just raise it a couple of times to the top of your head. So we're raising a Kundalini from the base of the spine to the top of the head. A couple of times. Mother Kundalini, please rise. Mother Kundalini, please rise. Hands in our lap, palms open, and our attention stays on top of our head. So if you do have thoughts coming, please let them come and let them go. So we're not going to engage with the thoughts. And just take our attention to the top of our head. Just slowly open your eyes. See how you feel. Watch your hands and see how you feel on your hands. And also within ourselves. And whether you were able to experience that silence, the space of no thoughts, and cool on top of your head. And that's what is being in meditation, where we allow the Kundalini to rise and take us into meditation to experience the thoughtlessness, where we are not thinking. We're aware of the surroundings, but we're not thinking. So if you get that quite quickly, then that's how long it needs to be. But if it takes a little bit longer, then it just takes a little bit longer. So no hard and fast rule about how long one needs to sit for meditation. And to finish up, we will again raise a Kundalini and place ourselves in Bandhan before we have a little chit chat. So 2 knots for the second time. And we'll do 3 knots for the third time. And yes, please, on top of the head, tying the knots, bandhan over the top of your head and back. So it's good to bring your hand over the head, so you're covering all the chakras. And that's the end of the meditation and the clearing for today. If you have any questions or comments or queries, please unmute and let us know.
I will end the stream on YouTube now, but those of you who are on Zoom, feel free to unmute, unvideo, and we can answer any questions now too. And if you are watching on YouTube, you're most welcome to send us any questions. So the contact is on there, I think. Let me just share that screen with everyone while we all unmute and do whatever we need to do.
Disable the chat into YouTube. You can enable the chat.
Just find that.
How are you feeling now, Ankita? On your hands? Yeah. Nice. Thoughts? Okay. Oh, that's not good. Yeah.
Can you enable the chat on YouTube?
I've just put the slide up there for everyone on YouTube, so feel free to drop us a message or join us on WhatsApp if there are any questions. Just take a photo of that slide if you want to for afterwards, because we'll probably be ending that live stream in a few seconds. All right, so for those of you who are feel free to unmute and ask any questions or just chat.
I notice there's Ami's iPad on as well. Hi, Ami.
Hi, Gulshan. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Amy.
I came a little bit late.
You got there for the second meditation. That's okay.
Yeah, but I feel really very good. For me, both hands are same, like no heaviness. Both are equal.
Excellent.
Gosh, that's very good.
That's good. Must be the strength of everyone's vibrations here today.
Yeah, I feel I came second meditation, but
Yeah.
it's really very good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I came very last Mataji's talk. It's a thoughtless. Yeah,
Yes.
then yeah, it's really very good.
Oh,
It
excellent.
went direct in my heart.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's so nice, Sami.
Yeah. So